whenever you guys are ready. Lay all the way back. Let some good deep breaths flow in and out. Body's relaxed. Have the breath take on almost like a quality of water, like an ocean wave. Just flow in, inhale. Soft recede out. Take a few more just like that. Keep on breathing in that deep, full way as we take a moment to connect with an image and intention for today. The image that we're thinking of is a river stone. It's one that's been sitting in the water for quite a while, and rather than having all the rough edges, it's smooth, almost glassy. It's been polished so much by the water. So think of some of the chronic tight spots in your body, like the neck, the shoulders, the upper back especially. And I imagine that as being like a rough stone. It's like so tense, it can even almost cause pain sometimes in the neck. So think of that as that rough rock, and the long held, calm, patient stretches that we take for that area. Imagine that being like the water that's just slowly polishing. It's not something that happens over a day, over a week. It's years and years of just constantly slowly working at it, that the rock, you look at it many years later and it's just this beautiful smooth rock. So that's like the neck. You don't just immediately get rid of neck tension by wishing it away, by having one day of effort, but rather it's the slow habits, the constant efforts we take to try to align ourselves in good posture for the spine, and to try to stretch out some of the tension, and to try to reduce the things that cause the tension. So imagine all of this, and especially the class today, is something that's just slowly working at it like water. It's an action of patience, it's kindness, it's just showing up day after day after day. And so that's the image that will lead us through class. So let's start off stretching the arms to the back wall. Inhale. Exhale, lean partway to one side. Inhale back to long and stretching back. Exhale, second side. Continue to switch back and forth. So how this affects the neck, the shoulders. Just being very kind, very patient already, working on those areas. Think of it like maybe the chronic years of tension through the neck. It's kind of, imagine it's hardened the tissues of the muscle, almost like leather. And so it takes the softness of water, the patience, just like the rock, to slowly, persistently let those muscle fibers lengthen again. So return back to long. The right knee comes into chest, hug around right knee, open, do a couple of nice ankle rolls. Sending up some tension through right ankle. And when you're ready, lengthen leg up to sky, grab on. First good stretch for hamstring. Long deep breaths. Hook right heel to back left. Slide the shin in. First stretch for that right hip. More inhale. Exhale, free out the right leg. Maybe another stretch up to sky before you drop it down. And then hug the left knee in. Little rolls if that feels nice. And when you're ready, stretch leg up to sky. First good stretch of the day, left half. Give the kind, patient qualities of water. The form isn't anything that's strict. It'll just fill in the cracks. Whatever the vessel is, it'll fill in the cracks. Nice inhale. And exhale, hook, heel, back, right. Two more breaths, just like we started. The ocean wave goes in nice and deep. Slow recession out. One more. Free out the leg. Leaving the feet in for a moment, sit up. Stretch your hands over toward the feet. Start to roll the head over toward the right shoulder. Roll the head over to the left shoulder. Right there in the middle again, let the head drop heavy down. Anchor the left hand on one of your feet or legs. The right hand circles up. Just stretch back. And return the right arm all the way forward. Switch sides. Circle the left back. And return. Another moment for the head to be heavy, just resting forward. Heels will start to slide closer to the glutes with the knees bending out. So it's like a frog leg thing. The elbows walk forward past the front of the fabric. Shoulders even if you can. Good. Hands pass around the head, helping to curl the head in even more. We'll release the hands, release the upper body back inside. Kick the feet free out the front. And after that stretch for the neck, let's hang upside down. So the thumbs slide into the back. This helps to push the fabric down to pant line. Halfway back, grip back on. Wide legs. Wrap around each side. Start to let the spine relax, let the neck relax. You absolutely have permission to come in and out as needed to either adjust or to give the head a break if it needs it. You also have permission to add in little motions that might be helpful. For instance, a twist or clasping hands behind the back, letting them fall open into a shoulder stretch. So anything that would be helpful here, take your time to explore. Just that first good chance to release, to hang. It's okay. Okay. If you're out before others, don't feel like you have to just sit here, which just resting and breathing is also fine, but you're welcome to add in little things like a hamstring stretch, grab around one leg and let it lengthen up to sky. Just patience on one side and then eventually switch, or shoulder stretches. There's lots of options. You can grab for your calves. You can even kind of lay back a little bit and go that version again. That's fine. That's okay. There you go.
This is already.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's not, that's the thing about yoga. It's not anything about your body has to look a certain way by the end of the pose. It's just, are you feeling the sensation?
I feel it.
Then we're good.
Well, I can't win at yoga.
You can't win at yoga. I feel like there's personal victories though. Like maybe if you've been working toward a pose for years and years and all of a sudden you get it, to me, that's a win. Okay. We've got majority out. If you want to hang a little while, that's okay, but we'll give it just a couple of good breaths. Let things flip back around to this direction. And sitting upright, let's take a twist, plunge up fabric toward front door. The arm closer to the back wall stretches backwards or circles around the backside of head. Notice if the spine is aligned in the twist. Sometimes I see people kind of hunching forward and then twisting from that shape. It's so much more effective to first set up the long, straight pull and then rotate around that. Good, release, second side. Grab both hands toward the back door. And then the arm closer to that back wall will stretch back or circle around the head. Inhale. Exhale, release. We'll all grip the side that faces us to the center of the room. So if you need to switch to face to me, that's fine. Grab on. Walk your arms straight. We're swinging the leg up and over to straddle inside. Okay, up there. That's okay, that's okay. It's okay if it's not an easy swing. Take 2 or 3 steps, it's all good, it's all good. So the calf that's closer to the mirror, grab that one and place that ankle, that calf area right onto the fabric in front of you. This is meant to be for the hip. So if this is super tight already, push into the fabric in front of you, that'll lessen the intensity. If you actually want to go deeper, you'll instead hug the leg closer, lean into it. So it all just depends on what the feedback is of your body. Think of the river rock polishing as an individual journey. Each rock is just a little bit different. They all have different stories, compositions, histories. So maybe the water has to work just a little differently on each and every spot. And let's bunch the fabric back up. Place the arch of this foot onto it. Slide the arch up as high as the hamstrings will let you. Totally fine if this leg, the knee joint is still in a bench shape, that's fine. In fact, just like before, pushing into it makes it easier. Lessening the intensity of the push is what makes it deeper. So you don't ever have to let go, but just know if you need a little bit more, that's why you go deeper. Start to release this side all the way down. Switch it up, second ankle, calf area, get that in front of you, the knee is swiveled open. Listen to this side, does it need the hug, pulling it closer? Does it need the push, getting it further out? Even though we might be kind of curled in a little bit, see if you can still breathe into belly. Another huge breath, ocean wave flows in and out. And let's start to move up to the hamstring, the arch of the foot comes up, begin to slide it up. One more deep inhale. Long exhale. Good. Let's take this leg back to swing forward. We'll face forward and also exit. Just tilt all the way out. Good. Keep your elbows behind so that when you walk forward, and Michael, you'll have to switch directions like me, just face to the middle. But so that when you walk forward, it pulls your elbows back. You can arch your chest forward, maybe even lift your chin up a little bit. But softly straighten the spine back up. Free out the arms. Walk around behind the fabric. And we'll counter stretch with a forward fold. So grab a little bit wider than shoulders. Start to lean to an L shape. Sometimes it feels nice to start swaying a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. Other days the stillness touches the body just right, so maybe invite the sacrum to flatten out even more. Taking a soft bend to the knees, roll the spine up. Good, let's hang again with a hip hang. So bring the fabric right up to the hips, a nice belt. Walk forward to take the slack out. Release the thumbs as you bend down. Drop hands to floor. Walk back under plumb line. And then really just listen to the body. Maybe staying in a downward facing dog is helpful for the calves, the hamstrings, the shoulders. Maybe you need more of the inversion around the shins or clasping behind back. Again, lots of options to play with. Find the pose that's going to work for your body today. Inversions are especially one where I think of gravity being kind of like that water quality that we're searching for. It's that slow patience, just releasing to it that lets it do its work. There's no effort by the river rock. It just gets to stay there. Slowly receiving the benefits of the polishing. This one, if you're out before others, you're welcome to come to the chair, just supporting yourself with fabric lower than the shoulder blades, and then walk forward like a chair. Hips release, let the spine get long. So no rush to get there, but when you're ready. Okay, so we're at more than half out again. So if you want to hang for a little while, that's fine. Otherwise, these stretches are from this chair position. You'll walk your feet just about as wide as the mat. And then you'll let both knees fall to the left. Try to let the sternum still twist forward. Yeah. Good. Flip the knees back up. Fall to the right. And knees back up. Walk the feet a bit wider, about as wide as mat. If hands are comfortable dropping down, help to press the inner thighs. Release back to the fabric, heel till the feet back together. Straighten your legs and walk back a little bit. We're still leaning into the fabric, but we're mostly on our own. Pass the hands together from here. Slide the hands over to the right hip or the right waist. And then start to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And let the head slowly look back up. Hand switch to the left, and then head drops to the left. The head rises, hands release. Free out the fabric in front of you. Take the fabric under the right thigh. Hop up pretty much under plumb line is where we're standing. And then hands don't have to have too much tension, just a little bit of pressure, maybe a thumb hug, and start to relax the weight forward. Kind of a dual stretch for that back calf and also the front of the left hip. We'll have hands grab onto left side and rotate the standing toes to the left. Sink the weight further to mirror. Option for arms to open up to warrior two position. Let's return. Squeeze inner thighs together, we're standing. From here, slip fabric to the right ankle. Still grabbing on just to the one in front of you. Slide left hand up, right hand down. Chest is opening. Maybe you're sinking more weight to the front. Turn your weight over standing leg, grip one hand on each side, face forward, and then stretch for hamstrings. Perhaps today you're just sliding the hands down, leaning forward. Perhaps you're sliding the hands up to splits. Your choice, whatever's gonna work. Well, if it helps, the words we're avoiding are sharp, stabbing, throbbing, shooting. So if you don't feel that, you're probably tearing. Sometimes it's like, it's so confusing. You're like, is this good or bad? Sometimes though, it's like this recommitment that it's like, oh yeah, I need to do this more. Oh, we have online classes if you want to join us.
I have to make my partner.
Yeah, do that for sure.
Yeah.
There's the ones that can go outside too. Okay, go ahead and return your weight over the center. We'll switch sides. You can do swinging switch if you want, or just stuff your other thigh in. Make sure you didn't end up too far behind plumb line. And slide up a bit. Start to relax forward. Yeah, sometimes your second side is the good side, sometimes it's not. So just give it just as much patience as you did with the first. Both hands grab to right. Standing toes turn to the right. Weight sinks forward, maybe arms open. Grab on, weight over standing leg, and fabric slides to ankle. We're still facing to the side. Right hand slides up, left hand down. And maybe some of the weight's able to sink forward. Remember to keep the chest open to the side. Okay, weight over standing leg, grip one hand on each side, face forward. This one's the hamstrings, so maybe just lean forward a bit more or slide up to do more of the splits. Huge ocean wave breath in and out. Okay, come back. Slide the foot out. So physically demanding, this next pose is going to be kind of the higher end of that, at least the peak for the class today pretty much. The idea is we're going to stand inside, and by excuse me, leaning back into the fabric, we're going to get a nice shoulder massage, first on one side and then on the other. So that's what we're aiming for with this one. So I'm going to face the same way as you guys. Go ahead and step one foot in, kind of minimize swing as you stand inside. We'll start to shift so that we're facing toward the back door. So your right shoulder needs to come in and grab high on that right side for safety. Now your back is on the right half. So then facing toward the left, your left foot goes up really high, push into the fabric, and then start to kind of inch yourself down into a 90-degree angle. I also recommend getting the fabric off the center and onto one glute instead. That tends to be much more comfortable than pushing right on the tailbone. Toes turned out for the left one tends to be more easier than toes turned in. Okay. Yeah, if you need to kind of just go this far, that's fine. If this is where your practice is, you can go back to some hamstring stretches if this is a little too challenging. But the idea here, with both hands behind you now, you're going to flatten out and get that massage for that right shoulder. Also good for the core strength, back strength, just holding kind of like a plank. You're getting that right shoulder massage, holding until the point where you need to come out, and that's fine. You'll just come back to the seated. Yeah, if you need to come out, you're welcome to just take a stretch for a moment. Okay, if you're out, you're welcome to kind of play with the balance for a moment. See if you can open arms to each side. Kind of just a fun challenge. You don't have to do it if your body doesn't feel quite balanced. Good. And to prepare to switch sides, it's easiest to have the right foot on top. So you'll switch the fabric over to left shoulder. And when you're ready, flatten out. Come to that left shoulder massage. Yeah, it's up to you how long to hold it. This one, when you come out, try to cross your legs into kind of like a cross-legged seated position. And it's just a moment to have another balance challenge. Try to open the arms to each side if you feel like your balance is close enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Kind of fun, huh? Good. Grab one hand under each side and exit. Isn't that one amazing?
I thoroughly enjoyed
I'm glad you did. Okay, let's invert after that one. So let's just go to straddle back. I know, right? After that release, the upside down is gonna feel so good. So yeah, so fabric right on the sacrum. Good. Keep it in place as you come under thumb line. Tilt back, wrap the feet.
Soft.
And we'll just relax. Make sure you're not adding tension to the shoulders after we just did that huge release. As much as possible, use gravity. You can get there again. There's hope.
I still didn't even come close to touching. I could just split some.
Okay. You need to grab a blanket too. Grab a blanket. No.
I need to tuck it out.
That's fine. Have you looked to see if there's a location where you're at, like this area?
No, but it also costs money. It would be so expensive. It costs a lot of money.
Makes sense.
I'm poor. I don't have a job.
Oh, college life. Okay, looks like we have majority out, so if you need to just hang, that's fine. If you're ready to take some final stretches with me, we're coming back up to stand one more time. Standing in front this time, we're gonna get our right foot hooked behind us. So if you need to face it, get the right foot in and then turn around, that's fine. Awesome. Come pretty much right under plumb line. The fabric is just resting on the back side of each shoulder and leaning backwards into the fabric. It's a quad stretch. If you don't feel the quad stretch, the knee pulls back a little bit more. Okay, stand on your own. Okay, we're heading to dancer's pose. Grip, keep that grip over your shoulders, point the elbows forward, tilt forward. That'll start to lift the foot, but kicking the foot into the fabric is what creates the rest of the lift. Feel the heart open, the chest opener. Beautiful. Rise chest back up. Try to find your balance as you drop hands to ground. Once heads touch down, try to straighten both legs and walk the hands backwards. If you come in contact with the wall behind you, you'll just hop your front foot forward a little bit. So 2 more ocean breaths. And after that second one, soften into pigeon toes. The side of this knee comes down, swivel the foot forward a little, and resting down to elbows. Okay, we'll start to head out, drop this right knee down. We'll head up through a downward facing dog, tuck the toes into the hips. Feel the hips lifting super, super high. And start to walk the feet forward, bend the knees, roll the head up. Okay, left foot comes inside. And then hop back to stand pretty much under plumb line. When you get there, just rest the fabric on the shoulders, lean back into quad stretch. Standing up, dancer's pose, point the elbows forward, then lean forward, kick the foot to create the lift. And release. Find your balance, drop hands to floor. Try to straighten both legs and then walk the hands backwards. More ocean wave breaths in. Slow out. And then walk the hands forward, soften down into pigeon. Last one. We're in these last few breaths here. Start to think about what type of shavasana would feel amazing for the body today. Sometimes we lay on the floor, just keeping our feet in the fabric. Sometimes we want to come all the way inside. No rush. Whenever you're ready to head to shavasana, drop that knee out. We'll start to head to that direction, whether we're just laying on the floor or coming all the way back inside. At least to start off the shavasana, take some of those ocean wave breaths. Close in like a wave that recedes out softly. And we'll begin to deepen the inhales. Deepen the exhales. A moment to introduce little stretches back to the body. Maybe stretching to the back wall, wiggling shoulders right and left like how we started. Maybe taking a fetal position, curling in, arching back 2 or 3 times to each side. Just a moment to slowly work with the body. Kind, patient, we're returning. Another 3 or 4 breaths, whatever we're doing. Eventually rising up to a comfortable seated place, not a sense of rush, just arriving. Here with hands at our heart, we reconnect to that idea of the water just slowly, patiently working on the stone, recognizing that tremendous, very palpable changes can happen over time with very little effort. Water just doing its normal routine, its normal job. Recognizing that's how our yoga works. Just slowly, patiently arriving, breathing, being more conscious throughout the day. All of that's like the water, softening our stone, helping us to release the tension and to feel a little bit better. With all this to lead us on, let's wrap up the time we shared together with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. May we be filled with light, and happiness, and peace. Namaste.